And joining us now for a conversation, it's been a few months since we talked with Craig Rupp, the founder of Sabanto, to talk autonomy and much more. And they have some new collaborations and partnerships that we want to highlight as well. So let's welcome him into the program. Craig, it is good to catch up with you again, sir. Hope you're doing well.
I am, and good to meet up with you again too, Jesse.
Well, with Sabanto, I know you guys are a big leader in autonomous technology and more. And we talked about that the last time you and I spoke. And really exciting, I know some moves with your dealer network, King Ranch Ag and Turf, a new collaboration here centered on Texas, I believe. Tell us a little bit more about this new collaboration just to get us started today.
Yeah, we started out as providing autonomous tractors to King Ranch, Turf, and Sod. King Ranch, by the way, is a fairly large turf producer throughout Texas and even in Florida as well. And the King Ranch Ag and Turf, which is the Deere dealership for King Ranch, they have 14 operations throughout Texas. Saw this autonomous tractor and asked us, "Hey, could we be a dealer for the majority of Texas?" And last week we were installing a system, and they're an official Sabanto dealer for Sabanto.
Fantastic. Well, continuing that dealer network expanding and more use of autonomous technology and more. And I think about the last conversation we had, Craig. We could maybe pick that conversation up a little bit. Continuing to see evolution in the use of autonomy and different technologies and more here, as especially I think producers are looking at various labor challenges and different things surrounding the ag economy. So, talk a little bit, catch us up on Sabanto's role and some of the autonomous technology that's out there available to producers.
Yeah, so we continue to deploy systems throughout the U.S., mostly in the South, though. Texas, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. We're starting to get on the East Coast now as well. But as you mentioned, it comes down to saving labor. And again, it's not the cost of labor, it's the lack of labor. So a lot of these farming operations, they just have a tough time finding and retaining people and reliable labor. And they look to us to help us out with that.
Well, and thinking about the use of AI as well, obviously exploding in recent years. And I think all that's kind of going together with some of the new technological advancements or availabilities out there for agriculture. And I know we're starting to try and understand what we can do with some of this different technology. And I know that's some of the work you guys are doing at Sabanto. Talk about that.
Yeah, I think the industry is a little myopic as to where AI is being used or where it will be used. If you look at most of the articles, everyone's talking about the smarter and smarter tractor, but we're looking at it from I guess the 30,000-foot view, where the farmer just parks it in the parks the tractor into the field, and then we deploy it. We know what pass angle to do it. We're monitoring weather. We know just how to optimize. So we're using AI not only on the tractor for our path planning and whatnot, but we're using it at a much higher level. Imagine a field operator and you have no idea if it's a machine or a human. That's what we're building.
What is the adoption rate of some of this advanced autonomous type of technology? Is maybe how I would classify it. Maybe that's the wrong way to classify it. But in your opinion, or what you're seeing for producers, how quickly are folks adopting some of this newer technology, Craig?
It's faster than I thought it would be, to be honest with you. A lot of our growers, they already have a labor problem and they buy into it. And now what we're doing currently is working hand in hand with them it's not an all or nothing proposition, and autonomy is just something that overnight you change. There's certain things that you have to change in your farming operations, and we call it change management. There's things you can do ever so slightly that would make autonomy much easier to integrate into your system, and we're working with a number of farming operations, again, throughout the US, and integrating them into their farming operations.
What's the most exciting thing on your radar for Sabanto here as we look to close out 2024? A couple months left. What's the most exciting thing that's on the horizon for you guys as a company?
Yeah, we started using what I call virtual field operators. These are people that are sitting, about 20 feet away from me right now, and they're sitting in cubes. And what they're doing is they're operating, monitoring, deploying, moving from one field to the next systems in Georgia, Florida, Indiana, as we speak.
Quite fascinating that we could do that from behind a computer screen, essentially. It's quite fascinating just to think about that as the evolution of technology, Craig.
Absolutely. It's farming simulator for real.
Well, that's a great analogy, great way to put it. I know folks can stay up to date online, sabantoag.com. I'm sure that's a great place to start for more information. Craig, final thoughts. Again, exciting stuff as things expand with technology and with Sabanto. Anything you want to reiterate to producers here today?
Yeah. I guess what I'd like to, let everyone know is we're we're putting on significant hours and acres, and if you look at the quality of the field operation or the quality of the software and reducing bugs and whatnot, the more hours you have, the better you get. And it's kind of a land rush for us. We're out there trying to get as many acres as we possibly can, and I think we're succeeding in that front.
SabantoAg.com for more. Craig Rupp, founder of Sabanto. Thanks for joining us on the program today. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot, Jesse. I appreciate it.